Well, very good morning to one and all. I am Muralidhara, Assistant Professor of Political Science, Soundarya College of Law, Bangalore. Well, today we'll discuss on the topic judiciary and this meaning, the importance and functions of the judiciary. Let me introduce the judiciary and its nature in general. We are all aware that the judiciary is the one of the organ of the government which deals and having a responsibility to apply the laws to specific cases. Friends, today the judiciary plays a vital role in the society, especially in the modern democratic societies, because today most of the time people are really willing to violate with their knowledge and even without their knowledge also. For that, here the judiciary is to required to control as well as interpret the laws in various situations. The real meaning of the judiciary is that what judges decides during the course of giving the judgment in their specific cases. But here the judiciary not just deciding the judgments in specific cases, but also they are the authority to implement and execute the judgments what they have given in the respective cases. Therefore, we should consider that the judiciary act as the fountainhead of the justice. Even we common people believes and depends upon the judiciary for the justice. Now let's move on the meaning. When you learn or you want to know the meaning of the judiciary, we must remember Professor Bright. So Professor Bryce, in his book Modern Democracy, he beautifully observed that the justice is no better than the excellence of test, because the government has the right and responsibility of laws. When they have responsibility and laws, obviously the judicial system will have responsibility and applicability to promote the justice in an honest way. So therefore, we should remember that the judiciary is the one of the important organ where it can work on the basis of prompt, honest and impartiality. And fine, now we have some issues as a citizens, so we will not going to approach the legislature or even the executive, but we will approach or we will file case in the judicial system, that is courts. Especially when it comes to democratic states, we have the high courts in the state level, supreme courts in the national, same time even we have courts at district level and in the local. First we will approach the local court for the essential things. Later, if it is really not possible with that court, then we will further move towards the high court as well as the supreme courts. So therefore, here what people will believe, the people believes in justice and people will believe in the judgment of the judges in specific cases. Now let's move on the functions of judiciary. As an organ of the judiciary, will conduct or will do many functions in the upliftment of the society and the democratic states. Here, when it comes to the functions of the judiciary is basically one of the organ who deliver the judgments and even the facts which is related to the administration of the justice. Let me point out one by one. Firstly, administration of justice. The first function of the judiciary is administration of justice. The first and foremost duty of the judiciary of any democratic country is to administer the justice, because as I mentioned in the introduction part, every citizen of the society or different countries will strongly believe in the administration of the judiciary to get their justice. And second thing, people will believe and it will punish the people who trials and who found guilty the violating laws of the society as well as the constitution. So I am using one word here, the constitution. Constitution is the basic laws, fundamental laws of the country, where every citizen has to follow the law because it is a supreme and fundamental law of the nation. So if any citizen or if any institution or organization fails to discharge or follow the rule or the law, then immediately the judiciary will administer the justice. Coming to the second point, that is interpretation and application of laws. Yes, generally we believe that the most important duty which is carried out by the judiciary is interpretation and the applications of law. Yes, it is true. The judiciary has right and responsibility to interpret the laws as well as the applications of the law. What generally we believe, that is, the judiciary is just is going to decide the judgment and they are going to implement based on the case which they receive in generally in our society. But here the interpretation is not just to deliver the lecture or deliver the judgment or to deliver the applications of the laws, but here these people will interfere and interrupt with the society, because every time the citizens may not able to reach out the judges or the judicial system. Therefore, when the issues rises in the society, obviously the society or the courts or judges voluntarily they'll interpret and they'll apply the laws. Number 3, that is very important, I think, role of law making. Here lawmaking procedure, as we are all aware that it is a duty of the legislature. Yes, true, but the judiciary has also plays a vital role in the making the laws of the country, because the decision which is given by the judiciary by the courts on rarely it might determine the meaning, scope, nature and other facts might determined by the civilians or the officers who have responsibility to interpret or execute the laws. So this is very important work which is carried out by the judiciary. So usually we believe and we accept that the judiciary is not the institution where it will directly meet the people and it not going to impact on the lawmaking fact, but really most of the time the judiciary what they decides and what they have given the judgments, that is really is the helpful material and the judgments or statements to build a new law in terms of lawmaking. And coming to the equity legislation, fourth. Yes, what is equity? Equity means equilibrium. Here we must know that the silent future of the judiciary is equity, because society, especially like India, we are not with one class, one group, one caste, one creed, and many facts are different, so that everybody may not able to get the same justice. This is a practical issue, but whereas in theoretical aspects the judiciary and justice says that whether we may belong to different caste, creed or nation, or it may be different in any aspect, but the judgment and justice is impartial, prompt, honest. So these facts will lead to the equity of legislation. Means here we are not going to accept or we are not going to decide the judgment in favor of one person or any one caste, creed or even religion. So here that facts are not a matter. The matter is that the facts, if the facts are right, definitely the judgment or the judiciary is exactly works as a equity legislation. Coming to the Fifth function, that's very important, one more, that is protection of rights. See, every citizen have fundamental rights. What is rights? Rights is an opportunity where you can, or where common person can develop himself. In this, every democratic state has given certain set of fundamental rights for its citizens, namely right to equality, right to religion, right to independency, educational, cultural, constitutional remedies, and many other rights. Especially in Indian constitution, we had even a right to property, but later due to the administrative issues, that has been incorporated by the states, especially parliament. Here, when the institution or government or any person can violate the rule of the other person, but that time exactly the courts will interfere and they will protect the rights which are already violated by an organization or a person or anybody. And next point is guardian of the constitution. Yes, we believe that everybody needs constitution, everybody should follow, but there is a one big question that who has to protect, who has to respect and carry out for the further generation. Here, the judiciary is the right institution or organization to protect or to guard the constitution, because everybody will follow. Yes, that's true, but when everybody follows, sometimes it may goes to beyond the constitution limits, or somebody may say that we don't want to follow, or sometimes people may recognize that we don't want constitution. Sometimes we may require written constitution. When all this rises, definitely there is a strong problem or the issue with the constitution. So therefore, somebody should be there to protect or to guard the constitution. Here, as an individual, as a common man, cannot do this. So the Constitution of India has given right, especially in our constitution, Indian constitution, has given this job responsibility to the judiciary. So the judiciary will protect the constitution. Apart from this, there are other miscellaneous functions. Yes, apart from this, all the constitution has given set of the other functions to the judiciary. That functions is like this. Yes, number one, in that way, local officers to the court. Yes, the government will not allocate or recruit the staff officials for running the administration of the judiciary. So therefore, they are recruiting the officials in locally. That's number one. Number two, clericals and other functionaries. Truly, every district administration and district legal cells authority have right to appoint the clerical work and the other functionaries, maybe cleaning person or the person who comes under the D group and other things, are recruited by directly the judicial officials rather than the state government. Number three, granting the licenses. Locally, the district judge have right to grant the license for local authority to conduct the activities, or sometimes it might be enter into other districts, or if they call a curfew under 144 section of the constitution. So these are the license will be issued by the district court. So the judiciary will function on that work also. And coming to the next fourth under the miscellaneous is it's all about patents. So everybody have knowledge, wisdom to research on new things. When they research on new things, definitely we are in the need of patents, so that we can protect and we can get awards, or even we may get some extra information or some rewards or some recognition. So therefore, the judges or judiciary will give that protection in terms of patents. And fifth one is issues of copyrights. So especially when it comes to the family issues and sometimes even civil issues comes this copyrights. Yes, generally we understand that copyright is about books, it's about acts and other things. It is not that. In judicial terms, copyrights is something called the rights which we have naturally. For example, if there is a property of my ancestors, after that generation, definitely have a right naturally to enjoy that. So that right is given by this judiciary. And last but not the least is that appointment of the trustees and guardians of specific agencies. When it is about talk about the guardian and trustees of agencies or the NGOs or institution or organization, yes, the constitution has clearly mentioned in this copy that there should be some guardian and trustee to run the organization. For example, so like-minded people can have or can hold power to conduct one activity. So today it is very difficult to run the activity without having any proof. So when we form the organization in the name of trust or NGO or foundation or anything, so we can have right to conduct that activities or to conduct or to hold, organize to host the program and other things. So even we have rights, apart from this, we have rights to run one newspaper, even we have right to hold the guardianship of children who are unable to take care themselves by their parents. Sometimes we may run the trust to develop the social service and other things. So apart from this, there are other functions in the judiciary which is carried out by judiciary unofficially, but technically the judiciary will host all these functions in terms of providing justice. And coming to the conclusion part of the judiciary, as I mentioned in the introduction part, it is a third organ, one of the major organ which plays an important role in the promoting judgment impartially, honestly, and even promptly. But here in the modern sequence, the judiciary is also being corrupted because of there is a lot of influence and interference of the executive. What constitution through separation of powers is clearly said that there should not be an interference of any other organization or agency or organ of the government in the judiciary. But it is not that. Today, even from the appointment of the judges or even the promotion, demotion related to their salary, everything decided by the executive. So therefore, even the judges are like a corrupted one. So I am not saying that whole system or whole judiciary is corrupt, but it's not performing their duties in a well manner. So this is my conclusion. Thank you.